Suppose there is the object as seeing. If we just simply try to not seeing, it cannot guard our eye to prevent not to arise this hindrance as the sensuous pleasure. Whenever we see something, if the sati is immediately observing the object precisely and perfectly, correctly, then our seeing immediately creates what? Immediately after we see something, either there may arise what? Pleasure feeling, or there may arise unpleasant feeling. When pleasure feeling arises, what is coming in? Greed coming in, craving coming in, desire coming in. So the desire, craving, greed, what is this? What is this? This is kama raga, sensuous desire, because eye is one of our senses. Because of eye, if there may arise kama raga, or craving, or greed, or desire, or it pleases me, I love it, then whatever. We cannot protect. Just simply noting, seeing. No. The noting should be very dynamic, very precise one, and the observation should be followed together with the object, not to allow any hindrances to come in. That sati is required, isn't it? That sati only guard our mind not to give any chance to the defilement to arise. A similar way, if we hear the sound, same process will be there. When we smell something, same process will be there. When we taste something, same process will be there. When we touch something, same process will be there. So through the five senses, if our observing power or the sati could become forceful and sharp, penetrating and all over covering one, then if there will be any gap in between, the hindrances are very clever, you see, to go in. Oh, here is the way to go in and to disturb these people, not to have any concentration or mindfulness. And without concentration, without mindfulness, no understanding. No somebody is there. No somebody is there. To have somebody, quality of somebody, so what sort of sati required? Unslacking sati, powerful sati, strong sati, energetic sati, governing sati. that sati only can become what? Factor of enlightenment. And what is that sati? That sati is, when we talk about 8 noble paths, that sati will come. When we talk about 5 powers of the mind, that sati will come. When we talk about 5 governing faculty, that sati will come. Everywhere sati, 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 sati. Without sati, no sambodhi. Therefore, one factor of 7 factors of enlightenment is sati, sambodhanga. Sati, sambodhanga. It is similar with the quality of the Buddha, second quality of the Buddha. When we recite iti piso bhagava arahang, arahang is the first quality of the Buddha. And second quality, Samma Sambuddha. Sambuddha and Sambodhi is the same. They're different. And Sambuddha means what? Perfectly self-enlightened one. So Sam means oneself, body, acquiring the knowledge, acquiring the wisdom, acquiring the understanding. So, Sammaditthi also said, to have right view, to have right understanding, what we need. We need to have the penetrative understanding of Four Noble Truths. Katamata bhikkhave sammaditthi. In this Samasatipatthana Sutta itself mentioned when the 8 Noble Paths was described. At that time, dukkhe jnanam, dukkha samudaya jnanam, dukkha nirodha jnanam, dukkha nirodha gaminiya patipadaya jnanam ayam uccati bhikkhave sammaditthi. The explanation is given. So, Sambodhi means what? Realizing perfectly, correctly, entirely, directly Four Noble Truths. With the realization of Four Noble Truths, the Buddha word is applied. Otherwise, the Buddha word couldn't be applied. The person who perfectly known, thoroughly known the Four Noble Truths, and that person is called Buddha. And to know the Four Noble Truths, how we should know the First Noble Truth? We should know the First Noble Truth with classification. Trying to break down all the material things or mental things, whatever they may be, we have to see thoroughly. Parinya, dukkha saccang parinyeyam. In Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the word is there. How we should know the dukkha sacca, the truth of suffering, with precise realization. With precise realization. That means we should realize precisely about the jati. We should realize precisely about the jara. We should realize about the marana. Soka, parideva, dukkha, domanassa, upayasa. And then yam picham nalavati tampi dukkha. Whatever we desire, if we don't get, that is also suffering, isn't it? And in brief, this 5 aggregate body, what? Sankhittena, Panchupadana, Khanda, Dukkha. In brief, the 5 aggregates of clinging are dukkha. And that 5 aggregates of clinging need to be realized perfectly, precisely, with differentiation, with clarification, with, how to say, clear, I forget the word, transparent way. We need to see the dukkha satya transparent way, not deluded way. And that is called dukkha satya parigyata. You have known the truth of suffering with classification, with division, with preciseness. And then the second noble truth, how we need to understand, samudaya satyam pahatabang, because dukkha is created by second truth, isn't it? Dukkha is created by second truth, samudaya, creating. And the creation is done when tanha arises in our mind, or that tanha, what it says, bring, get. It never says throw. No. All the time say bring. Wanting. Never say I don't want. So that's how we create suffering ourselves. Therefore the Buddha said, that sort of thing need to be thrown away. So, samudaya satyam pahatabang, you need to discard the second truth. And how to discard it? Being mindful, see how the cause created the suffering with mindfulness. Without being mindful, you cannot see how the craving is going in and disturbing us. To see the craving clearly, we need to be mindful. We need to be energetic. We need to be concentrative. We need to be understanding. And that could be created through confidence, with confidence. Wherever we go, when we want to get the enlightenment, at that time, whether they might be in the name of power, whether they might be in the name of governing faculty, whether it might be in the name of Four Noble Truths, Eight Noble Paths, or Seven Factors of Enlightenment. Everywhere these aspects, these limbs, these portions are there, these parts are there, these faculties are there. We cannot go away from these faculties. So therefore, in seven enlightenment factors also, from the beginning, Sati comes in. Sati comes in because Sati has got the upper hand in discarding the defilement and give the protection and guard our mind from unwholesome things. And after that, the second factor is Dhamma Vichaya Sambojjhanga. Dhamma here also same. What we need to investigate. We need to investigate what is the matter, what is the mind. All the time these two aspects come in front of us. All the time we need to realize these two aspects with different way. Vichaya here also means, now although it is translated as investigation, but it is not that type of investigation. It is actually knowing the mind and matter clearly, precisely, perfectly, meticulously, clearly, correctly. All those words we can use. This way, when we go to the second factor as Dhamma Vichaya, Vichaya also means discerning. Discerning what? What is mind and what is matter. Because of these two combinations, mind and matter, wholesomeness also come in, unwholesomeness also come in, unfriendly nature also come in, friendly nature also come in. We cannot go away from these two phenomena, mind and matter, or physical, mental phenomena, or psychophysical phenomena. These two phenomena are the important phenomena which have to be known discernibly, accurately, precisely. That also through the practice. We cannot just read the book to understand it. We cannot just listen to the Dhamma talk to get the real understanding of it. We cannot just discuss to know about these aspects. We need to close our eyes and do the practice. Doing the practice only experiential understanding arises. Otherwise our understanding will be bookish understanding, thinking understanding, imagining understanding, not true understanding. To have true understanding and to discern everything with investigation, what we need? Thorough experience. With work, if we get the understanding, that understanding is called solid understanding. What sort of understanding we need? Solid or breaking one? We need to get the solid understanding, isn't it? And when we discern the mind and matter also with solidity, so that way we can gain the limb or factor as the enlightenment factor. The second factor is discerning mind and matter. Knowing mind and matter. Having true inner vision as mind and matter. That way, the second factor also becomes the limb or part or composition or factor of the enlightenment. And another one, Sati Sambojanga, Dhamma Vijaya Sambojanga, Virya Sambojanga. Third Sambojanga is Virya, effort. Virya word has different meaning, you see. Vira, ear. Ear means having. Vira means heroic nature. Vira means actually hero. Hero is called Vira. So Virya means the quality which possessed by a hero, that sort of quality required in the practice. And that sort of energetic, forceful mental power is called Virya, and that is translated as effort or energy. Energy means power, isn't it? So that sort of forceful energy we need to apply in the practice. Because we have to burn down all our hindrances to go proceed to the path of enlightenment. To proceed to the path of enlightenment, simple type of effort is not useful. Whenever we go for the retreat and we do the practice, last time also same, this time also same. Why, Because no effort. We never produce sufficient energy in the practice. We never apply our heroic nature in the practice. What does the hero do? Hero never afraid of difficulty, you see. Whenever he has to or she has to face the difficulty, he or she never run away. Never move backward all the time. I will get upper hand on you. You cannot dominate to me. I will dominate you. I will kill you. I will defeat you. I will get upper hand on you. That sort of energy is required in the practice. Do we have that sort of energy? No. That is how we are defeating all the time in our practice. So, this year also same, last year also same, next year also will be the same. Here the Buddha said, Virya Sambojjhanga, not other Sambojjhanga. You should have such a heroic type of effort. You never run away from any kind of difficulties which may arise during the practice. Especially at the beginning only, those difficulties coming in. We are afraid of pain so much. So we don't want to go to the meditation retreat because, all the time aching, all the time pain, all the time itchiness, all the time tingling, all the time sleeping leg, what terrible, back ache, knee pain. All sorts of pains are there in the practice. So I don't want to go to the practice. Before we go to the battle, we run. That way we don't have the heroic type of effort. So our effort never counted as somebody. Never counted as somebody. To have the quality of somebody, so therefore the effort should be very, very energetic one, strong one, industrious one, full of zeal and mental force. That way, if we apply the effort in the practice, then there will be some success in our practice. And another aspect, Sati Sambojjhanga, Dhamma Vicaya Sambojjhanga, Virya Sambojjhanga, and then Piti Sambojjhanga. Very pleasing one, full of rapture. When that will happen in our practice? These are all experiential limbs, not just only mouth-saying factors, mouth-saying limbs. These are all experiential factors. So, when we put precise effort, precise mindfulness, precise understanding in the practice, because of the proper understanding of the nature of dhammas, sure there will arise inner joy. Inner joy. That inner joy is called piti. Piti called rapture also. Or pleasure. Not feeling type of pleasure. It is just like arising in the mind. Rising in the mind, and it energizes us to do the practice without having any difficulty in practice. Piti arises when our mind settles down. When the hindrances are out of our practice, at that time piti arises. hindrances subside. And when hindrances subside, our mindfulness, our effort, our concentration come somehow in balance. At that time, whatever object we are noting at the present moment, that object becomes very clear, very distinct, easy to handle. Concentration stands still. Because of the concentration power, our body becomes very light. Very light. And that lightness comes through piti. So sometimes during the practice, when our mind is well settled down, no any painful sensations and other disturbances, then the mind stay calm and peaceful. At the time the rapture arises as the goose flesh. Not only once, again and again that sort of a sparkling rapture arises. Sometimes whole body becomes so peaceful, so nice. We don't want to give up that type of feeling, you see. And that rapture wraps us. But never go into it. If you go into it, if it will catch you, then you cannot run away from it. And you cannot get any progress in the practice. So that rapture also need to be noted very carefully. Rapture until it subsides. And after that, what happened? The mind goes into calm state. That is called piti sambojjhanga. There are 5 kinds of piti. If I explain all these things, then it may be more than 12. Now already 9:30. So, after that the mind becomes so calm and peaceful, cooling. So, body also becomes very peaceful, calm and cool. So nice at the time to practice. So nice. It is called passaddhi, tranquility. If you are really not mindful at that time, you will stop there. And if we try to enjoy that sort of tranquility in the practice, we never proceed forward. Piti also can hook us. This passaddhi also can hook us. So, need to know properly how the tranquility arises in the practice. We need to clarify it, not to go into it. And making basis of that peaceful state, more energy need to apply. More effort need to be applied. More mindfulness should be applied. Sharp and penetrating mindfulness. To penetrate the peacefulness, coolness, tranquility state of mind. Otherwise you will get sleepy and lazy. So forceful Kriya Sambojjhanga need to be applied. Forceful Dhammavicaya Sambojjhanga need to be applied. Forceful Sati Sambojjhanga need to be applied. And then very strong, powerful, momentary concentration arise. For our Vipassana practice, the one-pointed concentration doesn't help us. So there are two types of concentration. One concentration is standing still on the particular object for a long time. Not only 1 hour, 2 hours, if the concentration is very, very deep and rooting one, taking stand still one, then you can stay in that position not only hours and hours, days and days. One-pointed concentration can carry us even weak if the concentration is not breaking one. That way the concentration could be very, very strong. And because of that concentration, we reach to the jhana. We reach to the jhana. But we are not going to the jhana. Therefore, when passaddhi, the tranquility of mind or peaceful state of mind arises in our practice, at that time we need to be very careful to sharpen the mindfulness. Sharp mindfulness generates momentary concentration. A momentary concentration means each time, whenever we observe the object, the concentration is right there. Stand still. And immediately after notice it disappears and another concentration comes. So that way, moment to moment, moment after moment, which concentration arises in our practice, that concentration is called momentary concentration. So, two types of concentration, Ekagata Samadhi and Khanika Samadhi. In Vipassana practice, we need Khanika Samadhi. That Khanika Samadhi leads us to sharpen, stabilize the wisdom, understanding, discerning power comes in at that time. With that discerning power, so you can clearly see the nature of mind. Even tiny state of mind. And you can also see how pure the mind and how still the defilements hidden in it. We need to see that also. The hidden defilement is the most dangerous defilement rather than the jumping defilement. Jumping defilement we can see easily, but the hiding defilement is very difficult to see. So therefore, the concentration also should be penetrating one, establishing one, and mindfulness also should be very, very sharp one. And that way the understanding develops. When understanding develops, the Samadhi Sambojjhanga already gone. Samadhi Sambojjhanga also already gone. Samadhi means, just now I explained, there are one-pointed concentration as Samadhi and another is momentary concentration as Samadhi. And when we are going to the enlightenment state, so at that time to get the enlightenment, wisdom is necessary. And without wisdom, we cannot get progress in our practice. And when the wisdom arises, the mind stays in balance. Mind stabilizes. And balance means balance between concentration and effort, and balance between confidence and concentration. What? Balance between confidence and wisdom, and balance between effort and concentration. Okay? So when these things are in well-balanced state, and that state is called Upekha Sambojjhanga, equanimous Sambojjhanga. Equanimity arises at that time. And this equanimity shouldn't be confused with the feeling equanimity, you see. Feeling equanimity is different. This equanimity is different. Feeling equanimity is neutral equanimity. This equanimity is balancing equanimity. Balancing in factors. Enlightenment factors as well as other powerful factors. They keep in balance and the mind becomes very steady. That's how slowly and slowly all the defilements, even this hidden type of defilement. What defilement it is called? Dormant defilement. Dormant defilement can be seen penetrative way, and when we are enabled to uproot the hidden defilement, that is the moment which is called enlightenment. The highest enlightenment, no, not another, the lower part of enlightenment I am talking, the highest enlightenment. When we can remove the dormant, hidden defilement or hindrances, then only arhatship could be attained. That is the perfect enlightenment. To reach that enlightenment, therefore, these 7 Sambojjhangas need to be applied in our practice. And those Sambodhi factors doesn't arise from the beginning. We need to progress our practice stage by stage, stage by stage, stage by stage. And later part only these Sambojjhangas arise. We cannot expect that these Sambojjhangas will arise from the beginning. No. At the beginning we have to work very hard. So that is why to work very hard, our effort is most important to push us towards the practice. This effort gives the energy to push us. And when we accept the pushing, if it doesn't like the pushing, then we will be backward again. We should enjoy the pushing force without having any fear, without having any defeating mentality. No. All the time we need to have gaining upper hand energy. That energy is called what? Virya. That virya is required from the beginning, you see. So that is why sometimes some teachers used to say, if we want to get any success in the practice, all the time we need to have beginner's effort. What sort of effort could be there for the beginners? Could you remember how you begin your job? How much effort you put at that time? So beginner's effort is required all the time to get the upper hand in the practice, but without expectation. People are too much eager to get the prize, you see. They like prize very much. And in practice also they expect to get the immediate prizes. And that's how the yogis are spoiled. Because they are not much interested in practice, but they are interested in salary. We should kick out the salary. Kick out the salary if we really want the success in the practice. And we don't need to slip up here, slip up there. We can go directly into the direct practice. What is the direct practice? What the Buddha claimed in Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Ekayano ayam bhikkhave bhaggo. Nowadays we are diverting too much. Testing this method little, testing another method little, and again testing another method, method after method. That way we yogis spoil that. And we don't have any good result doing that. The ending result is frustration. Running away from the practice. I don't want to do the practice now. I have done a lot. So you want to give up. Demerit comes to whom? To those who give up the practice. Actually, practice is there, right there. We people are spoiling the practice. Our defect we never see. We all the time think, the technique is no good lah, not fitting to me lah. Seeking of the different type of techniques, and that technique spoil our habit, and we defeat from our winning state. So never to do that. The Buddha directly claimed himself, this is the one and only way for the purification of the beings. If we don't want to listen to the Buddha, nobody there to save you. You have to save yourself. Whether we should follow the Buddha or whether we should follow the different technical teachers, what we should follow? Do we follow the Buddha or do we following the teachers? Important thing is, if we are Buddhist and we are taking refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, if we don't listen to the Buddha, the taking refuge is useful or useless? Useless lah. So if we really take refuge in the Buddha, we should follow the direct way of the Buddha. The Satipatthana way is actually such a direct way to gain the benefit of worldly things as well as to gain the benefit of super state from out of world. A super state means the state of Lokuttara, going beyond the world. That world also safely we can gain, and with the proper practice of this Satipatthana way of Vipassana practice, surely we reach to somewhere directly. Directly. So, direct way is more suitable. Following different sideways. So, our suggestion is to the yogis to follow the direct way, not the branch ways. This is my request and our request also, because we have seen so many devotees drifting away from the right practice and choosing different practices, and some becoming some becoming some. What to say to them, don't know. So, may all you be happy, healthy, and prosperous in the practice as well as in this present world. We share the merit.
Sumita Om Dunya